Hi there, Geminis. Welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. My name is Kirsten, and I have your love dynamic spread for your coupled relationship all laid out for you for the month of July. I've pulled two hidden oracle truth cards to go along with the reading. Um, this is the beginning of the month, mid-month, end of the month. This is your energy, your partner's energy, and the dynamic between you. All right, before we dig in, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends on social media, and please take a moment to subscribe. The channel is brand new and needs your support. Have you subscribed yet? Thank you in advance. I really appreciate you. All right, let's get started. So your energy towards your partner, deep down, you love them. You love them very much. Your partner's energy or hidden truth is we will be together again. So that's kind of telling me that there's still deep love between the two of you. And then there may be some separation or distance um, now or occurring in the future because there's hope on the part of the partner that you'll be together again. Okay, so let's get into the dynamic. Beginning of the month, you or your partner are both trying to forgive the past, maybe even forget about it, but there's still emotional weight that hasn't moved yet. You're still processing, or they're still processing the past, but there's a desire to move on to better things. I see in your energy you are the Eight of Coins, so you are working at this and you're really trying hard, dedicating yourself to rebuilding this relationship or building this relationship, and it's starting to feel like, however, that you're carrying the load by yourself, like you're doing everything on your own. It feels more like work and struggle and not so much like romance and love. The partner's energy is the Judgment reversed. So they've decided something possibly a while ago, and they're still holding you responsible for what happened in the past. Blamer alert. Even if they want this to happen again, to rekindle or continue the relationship, they don't want things to be the same. They're guarding their heart with a wall made of memories. Mid-month, trust is an issue, and it's still shot, the Fool reversed. Neither of you is really jumping in, and when you do speak up, it turns into defensiveness or shutdowns. So communication is bad. You, Gemini, are bringing some drama and conflict to the game because you're frustrated. You're not trying to fight, but you're struggling to feel heard, and you want your effort to be seen. And this may come off as a bit combative or aggressive, or trigger arguments. But it's coming from a place of wanting to be heard and to be seen and to be recognized for all the hard work that you're putting into this connection, into rebuilding things or building things. The partner is the Chariot. So they're kind of like, they want movement and they want to be the one behind the wheel. If this relationship keeps going, it has to go on their terms. They're trying to take back control over their life and their emotions. It's not personal against you, Gemini, it's for their own survival. They don't want to rely so much on you anymore, who I think is the natural controller or leader of this relationship. And I think they're wanting to change this dynamic and take more charge of their own course and direct and lead their own life and not so much let you do it for them. By the end of the month, we have the Six of Swords, Seven of Wands, Star, and the Nine of Coins. You feel like you're losing ground. You want to fix this, right? You want to fix things, Gemini. But it's starting to feel like you're chasing for their approval. You're trying to stay calm, maybe even detach yourself a little, distance yourself a little from it all so it doesn't hurt as much. Part of you wants to move forward with the partner, but another part of you is saying maybe this isn't working out the way it used to. But I still feel like you want to steer and direct or guide the relationship. That's just how you do things. And they want more control over their direction. Okay. And they're no longer willing to go in a direction that doesn't suit them or that isn't right for them. So I think you need to come to uh, a reality about that, an understanding about that. If you're liking the reading so far, please hit the like button. Please share with your uh, your Facebook and social media, and please subscribe. Today I'm using the Love Dynamics deck that I created. On the back of each card are the love dynamics that you will encounter in a relationship. They make for really insightful, in-depth readings. You won't find anything like this on the market, and it took me years to develop. If you're interested in this deck or its counterpart, I have upright and reverse versions. The link to purchase these decks will be in my description box below. Back to the reading. So I feel like you're trying to stay calm and maybe detach a little bit so you don't get hurt as much. And there's a part of you that wants to move forward with the relationship, and another part that's thinking things aren't working the way they used to. The partner's energy is the star, so they're very hopeful around the end of the month. So what are they hopeful about? Uh, they want healing, they want peace, and their own version of the future. And if that includes you, great. But if it doesn't, they're not going to force it. So I feel like this relationship isn't breaking apart, but it is resetting, right? The partner's trying to flip the script, not so much to take control away from you, but to bring control back into their own life. And that's heavily affecting the dynamic because I think that you're the natural born leader. And so it's tough for you to accept or understand this or relate to it. I think that the partner is stepping into more of their independence in the month of July. For new love as an outcome, it tells me that there will be slow growth in the relationship, and both people are focused more so on their personal growth first. And in existing love, uh, if there's a strong foundation, the relationship can thrive with both of you having your own expression of individuality and both of you having your own space and come together when you know you're aligned to come together and do your own thing when you want to do your own thing. um, so I don't feel like you're breaking up. I just feel like you've got to conform to the new dynamic that the partner desires, and I will say requires. Now, I feel like the partner is going to take some space, but they know that you'll come back together again. And I feel like there is deep love between the two of you. But you're going to have to deal with this issue and sort it out. So as I read your column, Gemini, you're the Eight of Coins, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So you're doing the work, but you do feel unappreciated. You're trying to fix things, but it turns into conflict. And by the end, you're leaning towards distance or needing some peace. The partner is still hurting from past issues that maybe they blame you for. And they want movement and healing. But they're not going to go back to old patterns. They don't want to repeat old mistakes. They need freedom and a sense of direction that doesn't feel controlled. And that's the road they're on right now. And you just have to deal with that and realize that you can't fix everything. And trying harder doesn't always work better. So give your partner space without punishing them for needing it or taking it personally. If they want back in, and they do, they will come forward, but they need to know that you're not trying to steer the ship alone. They want you to back off a little and let them steer their own course, right? Um, and sometimes that's not going to be on the same path that you're on. But that doesn't have to mean you can't have a harmonious relationship. I think that's where you guys get stuck. The advice for the relationship is to rebuild on new terms. No more overfunctioning. Let independence exist without interpreting it as rejection. I'm talking to you, Gemini. If you both grow individually, the relationship has more room to breathe and to survive. So let each other grow. And we'll leave it at that. If you like the reading, hit the thumbs up. Leave your comments. If it resonated, great. If it didn't, please check your rising or moon sign readings. Thanks for tuning in, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.